It's been 15 long years since we've seen an F-Zero game on a Nintendo home console. Yes, there was a game released on the Game Boy Advance called F-Zero Legends, followed up the following year called F-Zero Climax, released exclusively in Japan. But as far as F-Zero games, that's it! So today we're going to discuss what exactly happened to this fast-paced franchise. Here we go! So it started back in the early 90s when the first ever F-Zero game hit our home Nintendo console, the Super Nintendo. The game takes part in 2560 when billionaires make some racing format called F-Zero. The player can pick between 4 hovercraft vehicles over 15 tracks in 3 different leagues. For its time, it was fast, it was powerful, and it was damn fun. Critics praised the graphic rendering technique called Mode 7 for its time was unbelievable and made this game feel so fast compared to other racing games at its time. You got boost power! F-Zero X really does up the ante in every single department. You got Grand Prix mode, you got practice mode, you got time attack mode, you got versus mode, and you've got death race mode. Instead of the 4 vehicles from F-Zero, now in F-Zero X you can choose 30 different vehicles. Each vehicle and character has their own backstory. How cool is that? You can race in Jack Cup, Queen Cup, and King Cup. Eventually you can unlock the Joker Mode Cup and Cup X, where every time you play in the X Cup, the computer generates different tracks. How amazing is that? Complete replay value right there. Like stated before, F-Zero X constantly runs at 60 frames per second, which made this game feel damn fast for its time. But background, texture, and detail really do lack for that fast pace. Most of the track size hides the really poor graphic detail below it, plus a lot of smartly placed fog. So yes, the graphic detail did suffer, but it was the first game to run at 60 frames per second, making it one of the fastest games of its time, and was also the first game to have 30 vehicles on the screen at the same time, running at 60 frames per second. Then came F-Zero GX, which required players to master hairline precision track knowledge of the game to make this game successful in passing. But in saying that, yes, it was hard, but what a game. With the GameCube being a much more powerful console than the Nintendo 64, it made for vastly improved graphics, designs of tracks, and of course, more speed. This game was definitely not for your casual gamer though. A heavy emphasis is placed on memory and great reflexes in passing this game. F-Zero GX is the first game to introduce a story mode where you take the character of Captain Falcon and complete numerous different gaming scenarios. So other than a few F-Zero games like F-Zero Climax and F-Zero Legends, that's about it for F-Zero games. So 15 years later, that's left us with the question, what is Nintendo doing? What is next for this franchise? Why have we not seen another F-Zero game? So this is a quote from Nintendo from Miyamoto. "I certainly understand that people want a new F-Zero game," Miyamoto explained to IGN. "I think where I struggle is that I don't really have a good idea for what's new that we could bring to F-Zero that would really turn into a great game. Certainly I can see how people looking at Mario Kart 8 could see through the anti-gravity a connection to F-Zero, but I don't know at this point what direction we could go with a new F-Zero game." He also pointed out that with F-Zero, F-Zero X, and F-Zero GX, they've always managed to push the boundaries further on to make the game feel faster. So now they're also saying, well, Miyamoto is saying that, how can we make the game feel faster with the technology we already have? So if you want to play an F-Zero game, why don't you go play one of the old ones? Well, that's fine, Miyamoto, if you want to go play the old F-Zero X or F-Zero GX, if you own the GameCube or a Nintendo 64 and own those games, but if you don't own them, how are you meant to play F-Zero? So some say F-Zero died with the Wii, because how are you meant to drive at 1,000 kilometers an hour with some motion controls? Well, hello Nintendo, what about the 2DS, the 3DS, the DS? If you put an F-Zero game on the handheld DS, that would have made some serious money. Maybe I should start working for you guys. So F-Zero GX didn't sell well in Japan. So basically they don't want to focus on something that isn't great. But hang on, you're beating a dead horse with Star Fox? So moving forward, what do you want to do? There's plenty you could do. First of all, just give us an F-Zero game that we can play. You can make new tracks. You can give us some old classic tracks with an old classic look. You can do 30 vehicle online. Imagine an online race with 30 other people. Better than that, imagine a 30-person death race online. You can do customized tracks, a bigger, more advanced story mode with different characters. There's so much you could do. So yes, he can come out and say, what direction do I want to take this game that hasn't been done before? Well, hello. You thrash Zelda, you thrash Mario, you thrash Donkey Kong. You've repeated these games over and over again and people buy them and they love them. So to you to say that we can't have a new F-Zero game because you don't know what to do that hasn't already been done, that is rubbish. In saying that though, in May last year in 2018, F-Zero was trademarked. Ooh, but at E3 we didn't see or hear anything. We still haven't heard anything. So did they trademark that game because they're going to do a new F-Zero game moving forward? Or they trademark the game for a Nintendo Virtual Console, Nintendo 64 Mini, whatever. We don't know, but if they've trademarked it, maybe on the Switch in the near future we might actually find out something about an F-Zero game.
I don't even have a picture of him. He exists now, only in my memory.
So what did you think, guys? Please let me know down below in the comments. Do you want a new F-Zero game? Do you want the franchise to get the boot in the ass that it needs to get going? Or do you want to just see it die? If you don't want to play this game, do you not like F-Zero? Please down in the comments below, let me know. So that's it, guys. That's about it for today's video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe down below. Give the channel a thumbs up. If you have Instagram, don't forget to follow me at NintendoDownunder. Look me up on Facebook, NintendoDownunder. And as always, guys, thanks for watching and take care.